Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Lambeau.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have the Packers first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Singletary to get the drive started. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Rodgers now to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
We're scoreless after 1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Allen. Caught right side, Davis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal from the 3. Allen going to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high trap. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Packers 0. Tyler Bass with the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 27, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Powers through it, and he's got room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Inside.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Dillon on the counter. And a short gain down to about the 33. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Rodgers throwing on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Allen to throw once more. And he's got his man here, Beasley. Touchdown, Bills. Cole Beasley, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Packers, nothing. Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Lazard, 30 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Throwing on first down is Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
First down, Bills.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And slow going there, as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On first down, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Throwing now is Allen.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Allen now on third and goal. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Packers.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, 75 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Packers 14. Tyler Bass will take off the ball.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 29 yards. And the Bills have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Able to find Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 52 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Crosby with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen.
This one into the hands of Crowder downfield. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Touchdown, Bills!
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Bass on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Singletary will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mental.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly...
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bills up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Packers 21. Tyler Bass with the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
One final try now for Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.